the only world currency without a face value, and why it exists. Imagine holding a coin made of pure gold, gleaming, heavy, valuable. Now imagine looking at it and noticing something strange. There is no number engraved on its face, no 1, 5, or 10. So how much is it worth? This is the Krugerrand, the coin that defied all conventions of the global monetary system. To this day, it remains the only modern currency without a face value, a golden paradox that has baffled collectors, intrigued economists, and fascinated investors for over half a century. But why would anyone create a coin without a value written on it? Who had this idea? And what does this reveal about the true meaning of money? Behind the scenes of this mysterious coin lies a story of power, gold, politics, and economic survival amidst South Africa's international isolation during apartheid. Prepare for a cinematic journey through the history of the coin that is worth what it is, not what it says it's worth. Stay until the end to discover why the Krugerrand became a symbol of wealth and of contradiction. The year is 1967, South Africa, a country steeped in the apartheid regime, isolated by international sanctions, and condemned by global public opinion. But there was something that made it powerful, even amidst worldwide rejection: gold. Since the late 19th century, the South African subsoil had become an almost inexhaustible mine. Johannesburg, known as the City of Gold, was the pulsating heart of an economy dependent on the precious metal. And the government, seeing the weakening of exports due to political pressures, needed to find a new way to sell its gold to the world without appearing to be trading with a condemned regime. The idea emerged from the South African Reserve Bank. What if gold were not just a bar, but a coin? Thus was born the Krugerrand, a joint creation of the central bank and the Rand refinery, the state gold refinery. The name came from the combination of Paul Kruger, former president of the South African Republic, a symbol of Boer nationalism, and Rand, the country's monetary unit. Unlike common coins, the Krugerrand had no printed value because the gold itself determined its worth. 1 troy ounce of pure gold, approximately 31.1 grams, defined the coin's price daily, according to the international market. Visually, it was stunning. On the obverse, the face of Paul Kruger, with his austere features and distinctive beard. On the reverse, a springbok leaping, a symbol of African freedom and energy. The absence of a number on its body was intentional, a silent statement that the value lay in the substance, not the inscription. The Krugerrand would be accepted as legal tender in South Africa, but its true mission was global, to seduce foreign investors. With marketing supported in London and Zurich, the currency began to circulate discreetly among European and American investors. And ironically, even being a product of an isolated country, it would become the most widespread gold coin on the planet in the following decades. The success of the Krugerrand showed something that few nations had understood. When money stops representing a number and starts representing real value, it transcends borders. In the 1970s, the world was undergoing a shift. The gold standard had been abolished by Richard Nixon in 1971, and the dollar was no longer backed by metal. While the rest of the planet was moving away from gold, South Africa did the opposite. It turned gold into currency again. The Krugerrand became an instant success among investors seeking protection against inflation and instability. Between 1974 and 1984, it is estimated that over 20 million coins were sold worldwide. But success came at a price. International sanctions against apartheid began to include embargoes on the Krugerrand. The United States and several European countries banned its importation, arguing that the trade of South African gold financed a racist regime. Still, the coin had already fulfilled its purpose. It had popularized the idea that gold could circulate as an individual investment, a currency for the people, not just for central banks. Inspired by this success, other nations created their own versions. In 1979, Canada launched the maple leaf. In 1986, the US responded with the American gold eagle. And in 1989, the United Kingdom introduced the Britannia. All these coins had a face value, inscribed in dollars, pounds, or Canadian dollars. But everyone knew that number meant nothing. The real value lay in the weight, the purity, the metal. Thus, the Krugerrand, even with its lack of a number, remained the purest expression of tangible value. During the 2008 financial collapse, its price soared, and the same occurred during the 2020 pandemic. Investors turned to it whenever the banking system trembled. The most ironic part? The currency created by an isolated regime became a global symbol of financial security. No slogans, no numbers, no promises, just gold and trust. The Krugerrand is not just a coin, it is a mirror of our relationship with money. We live in an era of numbers, banknotes stamped with values, limitless cards, cryptocurrencies with prices that change every second. But the Krugerrand remains still, a golden circle that reminds the world that value is not printed, it is contained. Looking at it, we are forced to ask a simple yet profound question. What truly gives value to money? Is it the metal? Is it the trust? Is it the purchasing power? Or is it merely the collective belief that something is worth what it claims to be worth? The numberless currency continues to be accepted, traded, and coveted. It survived the end of apartheid, the collapse of gold in the 1990s, and the digital revolutions of the 21st century. Today, more than 60 countries recognize its circulation, and millions of investors still seek it as a refuge. The lesson is clear. While the world chases after virtual currencies and colorful paper, the Krugerrand remains true to its essence: real, tangible, eternal value. It teaches us that, ultimately, money is merely a reflection of human trust, and that true value is not inscribed in numbers, but in what sustains it. If you've made it this far, remember, not everything that has a number is truly worth something, and sometimes that which has no number at all is worth the whole world. Subscribe to the Enriching World, leave your comments, and share this story so that more people understand why a coin without a face value has become an eternal symbol of true value.